Hello and welcome back to Lorehammer. I'm your host, Mark, and we got another fun, exciting adventure of Mork Borg 40,000. Court, what the hell are we up to here, man? We had so much fun. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who have not listened to the previous fun bonus episode of what we're calling Mork Bork 40K, because of obviously Mark here, I have taken one of my new favorite games, which is Mork Bork, a fun rules light RPG, heavy everything else, and kind of changed it to be 40K themed. So we're going to do a little bit of like dungeon crawling here. So these guys have kicked it off with a fun session previous to this, which we'll kind of get into momentarily. But yeah, we're playing some Mork Bork in the flavor of the grim dark future of the 41st millennium.
I love a good RPG, especially 40K flavored. I'm not getting attached to this character. I don't think it's going to make it, but joining us as well with some fun characters, we got Gerald joining us as Torval.
Yes, enjoy the blessings of the Grand Emperor.
Add Christian as well, and you're playing Daru.
Hey, not I don't have as cool a voice as our co-host over there, but Torval.
It's a much more sensual voice, Christian. It's more sensual.
But I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Yes, I am playing a scumbag, so we'll see. Hive City scum, to be precise. So see if there's any opportunity to use those seduction rolls.
Yeah, and I'm playing Harleth, your favorite Imperial Saint of all time.
He didn't start as a saint. We discovered that during the last episode.
Hi, I'm Harleth. I'm now an Imperial Saint. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we had so much fun. If you haven't listened to the previous episode, definitely go listen to that. And join the Patreon, support the show in that way. And I just want to get into it. Let's go on this adventure. What happened to our three zany characters?
Wow, so our three zany characters were, and this just kind of be a speed catch-up, but you guys are not Space Marines. You are not anything inquisitorial or like cool even. You're really just scum. You're like kind of hive scum, city folk, whatnot. But you are all on trial for heretical theft in this dungeon, essentially, and were given an opportunity by ultimately the governor, Pagarum, at essentially salvation. Your lives were on the line, and the governor has issued an order that you guys are to go to Outpost 31, which is a known refinery on this planet. They have been out of contact for some time, so there was a loss of contact, and the yearly tithe is approaching, and the Outpost refinery has not submitted their supply shipments, essentially, recently. So the tithe is looking a little bit thin, and you guys are to go investigate and figure out what the fuck is going on. There was a little bit of a rumor of a possible cultist uprising, and you guys went in, found some spooky shit, and battled some refinery workers, and that have...
We learned about each other as well.
No.
It wasn't all just
along the way.
Violence.
And I think with basically where you guys are now, you've done some discovery work, and I believe you are in kind of the mainframe computer room and have very, not skillfully, very luckily and kind of crudely obtained the discs of records, the disc of records for this refinery. So your goal really is to come back with some sort of proof of what has happened. There's thoughts that maybe Daxon Carr, the lead operations dude in charge of the outpost, has possibly gone rogue, and we don't know where he is. Maybe come back with him alive or dead. But you've got your file, your disc. You've ran into some prisoners without teeth, which is always fun for everybody. And and one of the comments was there was a lack of toothiness in the last adventure, so we might see a little bit more here. But you guys grabbed the disc. and the lights went out. It's kind of where we were. I think I'm a little out of focus. I'm going to try and focus up by doing this again. Let's see. Are we better? I think we're all right. It's okay. Not great.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. There we go.
People don't listen.
They don't listen. That's a very chaotic thing for you to say.
All right, so we're in this room. Well, one of you guys better grab that disc. I don't feel like I should be the one to hold it. And I gesture towards
the
my
lights,
hook
the lights
hand.
are out. It is pitch black at this time. But I will say you hear the slamming of iron and this kind of locking. The commotion and possible screaming that you had heard and chanting from the cells has now been muffled. It seems as if the doors have slammed and now locked. And there is now a low siren and red light flashing above you. So you're getting intermittent red blackness in the room.
Well, this can't be good.
I do have a flashlight in my inventory that I would like to activate.
Yes.
A torch, as they say. Am I able to see this disc?
Yes.
And
yep. You can see it.
Pull it out.
Harleth's got it, I believe.
All right. Well, do we want to try making a break for it? Back up to the surface?
I want to get the hell out of here.
Do we have any other business we need to attend to?
Maybe the only thing I could think of is there is proof here that Daxton Carr he turned traitor. We don't need to find anything else. Like, we don't need to bring any body. There was nothing like that.
What about that lowlife that's puking his guts out?
You do remember that you had inflicted a unfortunate mine worker with Gerald. You specifically inflicted him with a fun concoction that made him puke his guts out, almost literally, for quite some time.
That's what he gets for swinging at me with an axe.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, that guy will do. We can get him on the way back out, and then he can say what happened, and this disc, that should be plenty.
Works for me.
Well, why don't one of you two lead the way?
Right. I'll go towards the door of how we got in here.
So essentially there's...
attempt to open it. Though judging by that
there are two
sound,
doors
I'm guessing
that you
it's
can
locked.
see, and remember there is that that red ladder escape hatch kind of into an air duct that Daru has traversed a little bit and did not like what he witnessed up there. So the door essentially behind you guys, where you came through initially, you do see the iron door has slammed shut. There is no bar, so there's no way to essentially access what would be a lock, but it is shut. And the second door, which would be to the cells to your west side, has been shut as well. And you hear the ever-growing screams of the prisoners.
Oh, man.
All right, I guess the only way out of here is up through the roof. But one of you guys have to go first.
What did you say you saw when you went up there?
It was just really dark up there, lots of chains. Everything got real quiet all of a sudden. I can't explain it.
Leonard hasn't let us down yet. I'm going to throw him up first.
Leonard being
that's a good
Torvald's skull, who's his best friend. That's just a reminder. No,
but it's not Torvald's skull.
It's the skull that he carries.
For clarity. Yeah.
I wonder if it's Leonard's skull even at this point, or if he just You know, Torvald
Maybe they
anyway.
switched skulls at one point.
You just pick up a skull and I just call each one Leonard.
All right. So what you gonna do there, guys?
Yeah, if Leonard's been thrown up, I'll follow him up after.
So you've got about a 10-foot ceiling, and you've got this red ladder that has kind of shunted down onto the floor there. You can see darkness. Like the room is kind of lighting up with that red, and you got your flashlight a little bit, so you're able to. It's kind of a dark patch as you come up, but you can tell that you'd probably have to climb this ladder past the ceiling point, maybe about 5 to 10 feet, and then reach the next level. So give that skull a hurl for me. Give it a pretty good chuck. So give me a presence roll, and I'm probably only going to look for like an 8 up on this.
Okay,
Yep. So just a reminder for listeners. So this is a D20 system, but it's going to be a DR, so difficulty rating of usually a 12. So we want on a D20 roll, we want a 12 or higher. This being not too difficult of a task, just give me an 8 up on your presence. Ooh, you huck
16.
this thing. You hear
Nice.
What is it, Leonard? The skull? Just kind of slightly bounce in the air chamber a little bit, and then you hear nothing else. So there's no landing, nothing, but just it kind of
Sounds safe
and
to
then
me.
stops.
Leonard! Leonard, are you okay?
Leonard doesn't respond, but you do hear small little chittering. And is that even laughter? Slight maniacal, high-pitched giggling, almost.
Something's got Leonard.
Oh, no.
Maybe
I'll get up there and save him.
I go
But I
barreling. I go
I wait
barreling
them
towards
to
the
move.
ladder and just rush up. to go save Leonard.
Give me an agility roll.
How is my agility? Okay, 0.
10. Okay, you're on the ladder, and you feel Leonard the skull crash into your own skull slightly.
You really gave him a hurl.
You kind of see it
so
coming
safe.
low because you're climbing upwards, so you kind of see him bash you in the face a little bit, and I'd say you're able just to grab him. Yeah. But then you hear this like a couple different voices, perhaps like really chittering and giggling, and like this kind of almost wet sound.
Who did this to you? That was
And you
rude.
hear the laughter grow a little bit, and then just kind of a scuttling of feet across the metal paneling on the floor above you.
You get back here, I'll feed you your own guts.
What are you talking to up there? Do you see something?
Someone threw Leonard back at me, and I'm going to find out who.
I'll follow you up. Keep going up. I'll be right behind you.
I'll take point this time.
You continue your climb. Okay.
Sure.
You get up and you peek basically your head to the top. Who has the flashlight at this moment? Just a reminder. Daru, you still do? Okay.
I do, but I'll.
Okay. So
Actually, I'm gonna hang on to my
Yeah,
flashlight.
yeah.
I'm not gonna toss
Okay.
it.
So, Torval, you reach kind of the top point there, and you peek your head up. There's a very similar red domed light kind of flashing as well, just emitting this like just warm red blackness, warm red blackness. The siren has kind of faded and is centralized below you. But as soon as your eyes meet that level, you're met with multitude of hanging chains, black and rusty and swaying, some even scraping the ground but making no noise. That in fact there is no sound at all in this room as soon as you peer up. And it's quite bare.
Read something.
There's little bits of blood on the
don't hear
floor.
anything.
The room is essentially empty, minus a few crates and rags and things in the corner. But as you kind of reach up, when you come up, the short wall is to your right. So as you look to your right, there's not much there. And then you pan over left and the room opens up a little bit more, and opens up into a red railing and then just blackness beyond that. So there's no outer wall essentially on that far west side. And that in that corner is where you can see the crates and rags.
I don't like this. But I said I was going to take point. So
I
Yeah,
continue.
you make
up
your
the
way
ladder.
up. You crawl your way out essentially, and you're standing there. And you notice there's a little bit more blood on the floor than you had anticipated. Daru, you're coming up right behind him, or was it Harleth? Yeah, Harleth. Harleth, you're
No,
coming
I'm
up.
hanging back.
Yep, you
Yeah.
reach the top as well. You come up, but again, surprising to actually feel that there is no sound whatsoever as soon as you get up there. These chains are swaying. When your foot steps on the floor, nothing.
Can I
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look over at Torval and try talking to him. And do I just kind of see his mouth moving? Can I hear him, or is it
I'm wearing,
that too?
I'm wearing a Torval wears a gas mask, so you can't
Right,
see.
right.
You can't see anything.
Hey.
But that is a good question. Are we able to talk to each other, or is
Torval-
the sound just
now I'm making the motion to my ear while I'm
Yeah, Torval,
doing
you
this,
see Harleth,
can you
and his
hear
mouth is
me?
moving and speaking, but you hear nothing. And he makes that motion of can't hear anything, and he's clearly speaking, but you can hear nothing. The silence is deafening, and it's quite eerie.
Yeah. Well, don't like that. I'm gonna look down the ladder and just see how much more Daru has to go to get up to us. Maybe offer him a hand type thing as he's making the last little bit.
Yeah, I'm following up as long as
Okay.
he's here ahead of me. I am bravely holding up the rear as
Okay.
any good stern guard warrior.
Yeah, you guys both, Harleth and Torval, look as Daru reaches the top, and your confirmations are terrifying. That yes, there is no sound. You even wonder if it's your own hearing, or if anybody else can kind of witness this as well. But the chains rattle in midair, but there's nothing that would create sound that way. So you just kind of see them swaying. There's also streaks of blackness and what seems to be very similar, kind of like green viscous material dripping from some of these chains, a couple in particular, and some smeared on the ground as well. You've seen this before.
Am I able to collect some of that viscous material and see if I can use any of that blood for my
I
potions?
think Alpha Primus in the chat has suggested that as well. I like it. Very cool. Yes. So
Yeah, he
tell
did.
me a
That's
little
why
bit
I'm
about what
asking.
you're doing to remind us kind of what you've got.
Okay, so for those not in the know, Torval is an occult herb master, and he basically has a portable laboratory that helps him brew different potions. I misread the rules last time. It was to create 2 randomly determined concoctions for a total of D4 doses. I did not do that. That was my fault for not reading the rules carefully.
Yeah.
And I did use up both turns last session, so I'm now on the look for stuff to make more potions.
Very good. Very good.
Sorry, did you say you're an occult herb master?
Yes.
That's what they also called me when I was growing occult herbs too.
It's transcendent, man.
The power within.
Alpha Primus in the chat's been paying attention. I like it. They've got some good suggestions here too. I'm gonna try and refocus my face.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. He's reminding me about my Nidroach, but it's just a regular mutated
Just your average
cockroach.
cockroach that lives in your hair and whatnot.
Yeah, it can speak to you and stuff, and you might be your lover as well.
Cool.
But
Oh,
just
that's
your
terrible.
regular one.
I'm
Jeff's been
gonna.
talking about Torval doing things to the skull when it's the other way around.
So you guys are, you're all on the platform. You guys can all see that this room is quite long. It's not square shaped. It's more rectangular. And when you face essentially west, where below you would have been towards the cells, that you can see that this room stretches out, and from its gray walls and gray floor, it ends at a red railing. And you can see that there is just blackness out there. There's an absence.
I'm gonna flash my flashlight into the absence and walk towards that river.
So walking, there's no sound to be made on these on your footsteps, but you guys walk towards the edge. And as you can see with the flashlight, it basically opens up into this chasm, this pit. And you can see if you look above you, kind of there's this big giant drill just hanging there in a kind of 45-degree angle position. And this kind of abyss below you seems to shine and move, almost like some sort of liquid. Yeah.
Now, here's maybe a meta question to ask. Like, would our characters have some type of knowledge of just demons in the warp? Like, obviously, we don't know maybe gods and that, but like, do we have a concept of bad things in the warp?
You've heard rumor of for sure. The word warp has been spoken to you. You can't really conceptualize what that would be.
Yeah.
You've heard of otherworldly beings and horrific things. So I would say it's less defined as we kind of all know it, as fans of Warhammer, but you do have a sense of something out there, something different, and something that is beyond human capacity to understand.
Has our hearing returned as we approach this chasm? Is there sound yet or no?
That smell, that sulfuric smell, though, is really ever present. And you can kind of gather that there's a little bit of that noxious green kind of tinged liquid on the drill itself, and it's dripping down in large quantities. Same on the chains as before.
Yeah. I'm going to find a close rock, just handheld rock. And
I had literally the same idea.
Yeah, so I gesture and see you have the same thing. Like, okay, so we're going to throw a rock into the pit.
You look around, and essentially this is kind of what would be like an observation deck. So there's not really like rocks around you.
I'm looking at my like one shoe left.
You
I'm like, is it worth it? Like,
you do have some crates.
Yeah, no, it is.
And some rags, kind of like almost like tarp material.
Yeah. The tarp first, like just toss that in, see what happens.
As you
over the rail,
like kind of just describe to me like what you're doing with this tarp.
Yeah, kind of just giving it like a nice, just kind of try to fully open it up and unfurl it and let it just slowly wash
so
down.
So you kind of do like the magician's trick, like almost flip it up, kind of swoosh it. Okay, cool.
Yes!
So you grab it with two hands, you flip it up and you swoosh it off of these crates. And just with one motion, whoosh, and then you throw it over the edge. Torval and Daru, give me a presence check, please. Okay.
5.
Okay.
6.
You see him with one solid motion flip this kind of tarp, and it starts floating down a little bit. But as it leaves that railing area, you hear that laughter one more time. And it's the first thing you can hear in the past few moments, and it unnerves you. You hear this little like snide, like almost mocking, little high-pitched, giggly laughter, just right where the crates were, and behind you as well.
I hold my flashlight directly on those crates and keep my in the last game I looted a makeshift axe, and I'm just gripping onto it, just if anything.
Okay.
I'm just getting ready, but I'm not approaching it. I'm just keeping my distance.
You
and
see
keeping
that
a light on
tarp
it.
that you threw over start slowly kind of like crumpling, folding, flowing down to the bottom. Basically just give or take 20 feet, and it just slowly and gently lands atop what you can perceive now to be some sort of liquid. It's quite thick, and it's moving, undulating just slowly. And then the tarp begins to kind of soak in it, and you can see this like just a little faint of green as that kind of red comes up from the alarm light and from Daru's flashlight swishing over really quickly, and then it sinks to the bottom. Daru, as you fling your light over, you just happen to barely catch what looked to be some sort of squamous, squatty, bulbous form, green and pustule, skitter across the floor, and run towards the darkness near the chains.
I do my best to keep my light on this flittering thing, but I'm not chasing after nothing. And I elbow the other two beside me just to get their attention and kind of gesture vaguely in that direction to see if they can catch a glimpse of it before it disappears.
Yeah. Harleth and Torval, you get elbowed, and you guys kind of turn, and you see what looks like a mutated, horrific, for lack of better terms, what your mind can kind of conceive as a small, like, fat baby, green, just, and kind of oozy, quite quickly climbing one of these chains. And it turns to you and has this wide, toothy grin, horrible and snide. And it's got small, almost antler-like protrusions coming out of its head. And it's got kind of 3 claws that reach out and start laughing and pointing at you.
Kill it with fire.
None of us would know like specific types of demon. We just know it's just
this is unlike
natural,
anything you've seen before. Your mind races to try and kind of collate it with something that you would understand. But all you know is that this is some fat lard formation that looks like a horrific mockery of a baby with antlers that's green and very toothy.
Torval thinks this is the one that threw Leonard at his head. So he chucks Leonard at the baby.
Let's go into some combat then, essentially. Oh, liars in the chat. Here we go. Okay, cool. So Give me a presence check, because I will say you do have the light on it. Like, Daru has pinpointed this thing. It's climbing up. It's about, like, I would say it's about waist height from where you guys are, like height-wise, but it's about 10 feet across. So it's 10 feet away. Huck this thing. Give me a presence roll. 9. Okay. Leonard goes sailing across and misses and hits the chain just kind of behind it, and the impact makes no sound, nothing, but falls to the floor, and you see Leonard the skull just sitting there. The squatty, bloated little fucking baby thing looks at Leonard and starts to climb down really fast. Let's go to Harleth. What's she gonna do there?
I yell, "Oh no! He's gonna get you!" And I'm gonna run towards the skull and try to save it from the weird demon baby. Yeah, and then I all I have is my little hook. I think it'd be better off to try to just boot that demon baby.
You scream out, but no sound is made. But your bravery kind of like steers you in the right direction, and you get this sense of like, whatever this is, fuck it, I'm going to kill it. So, or tell me kind of like what you're doing, where you're running. You're beelining it to this thing, and what are you going to do?
Yeah, so I'm going to run right towards it as fast as I can and give it a good old soccer kick.
Okay.
Can, full wind up, yeah. And so you kind of described the setting a little bit as like we're overlooking this chasm. There's some like gantries and rails, so I'm just going to try to kick it off this rail system. If there's anywhere close,
it's kind of behind the rail. So like you guys were peering out into the kind of that mining area, and you turned to your left. It was kind of hiding behind the crates, and you swung in a 180. So now you're looking down like the direction that you came. It's climbing down the chains. It's getting to the bottom, so you can probably like give it your best, like Cristiano Ronaldo, like just boot this fucking thing if you can, right as it gets to the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to kick the baby. That's right. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. All right. Give me a strength. Give me a strength roll here.
I rolled a
14.
14.
You make solid contact. Your like kind of old leathery worn boot serves its purpose, and you just make hard toe to like weird flesh contact with this thing, and it's gonna go. Let's see. It's gonna do some flying. It's gonna get booted off the chain, fly towards the far wall where you guys kind of entered, and hit the wall and fall. You see it just face plant, and it's going to take some damage. It is going to hit the wall, and you see like this kind of blood spurt almost, and like this green viscous material as it hits the wall, and then comes down, and just, you don't hear it, but you see like what maybe was like keeping this thing as bloated as it was just kind of leak out as soon as it hits the floor and is no longer moving.
Thank goodness. Not the first time I've had to kick one of their babies. I think to myself quietly. I'll pick up Leonard and toss him back to Torvald. And like kind of hustle back to the group, so we're all nice and close again.
Just keeping that light on what is now a puddle of goo and baby, I guess. And I'm going to quickly scan the room looking for kind of an exit out. Maybe like, is there a ladder or somewhere to go up from the... Like, I'm looking up, down, kind of a whole 360 in all dimensions, just looking for a ladder some way to get out of here.
So you see Harleth kick this squamous thing, and Torval's been returned. you kind of scan around and you do see that there's essentially like, actually, let me just double check my notes here and make sure we're good on that. Yeah, so if you kind of peer out over the railing, you can see that there's a ledge to your right, and there's essentially like what looks to be like an emergency ladder kind of going down to a landing near the kind of blackish green licorice colored, like almost lake, if I could say, like this chasm. But as you search, you feel something latch onto your shoulder and take what feels to be this bite and just starts gnawing at your right shoulder. And Harleth and Torval, you see dropping from one of the chains another one of these just green, horrific, fat, bloated babies with antlers kind of sticking out of its head, just chittering and just kind of trying to claw its way into your body and bite you. And you're going to take, let's do, we're going to take some damage. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna take 2 damage on this.
Can I make some kind of saving throw?
Give me an armor check. So like throw whatever your armor would be. Mm-hmm.
So this is a minus D2 for armor.
So you're going to roll any
how does
form
that
of
work?
dice. It's fine, but you're going to basically cut it in half. So if you're rolling a D20, 1 through 10 will be 1, and 11 through 20 will be 2, and then whatever you roll will be how much damage you reduce.
Okay. So throw my 20.
Okay. Yeah. So
19.
And Alpha Primus has brought up yet another good point. Remember, you guys do have what we call Blessings of the Emperor. So you do have a few second chances to do other fun things. I believe Harleth maybe used all of them. So you got one left. Okay.
I got one left. Yeah, I've been blessed thrice. By
So
the Emperor.
yeah, you can feel this thing going after your neck and shoulder, but it's not making through the fur armor. But it is definitely like pulling at you. Let's go to you, Daru.
Yeah,
What are you doing? We're gonna kind of go top of the order.
I'm gonna try and punch that thing. Is it on the shoulder with the flashlight or the shoulder with
which hand
the
are you
axe?
carrying the flashlight in? Okay, it's on the shoulder with your
my
axe.
left
So it'd be
hand.
on your right.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use the flashlight to try and bash that
Sure,
thing off
Sure.
my
Give me a strength test.
opposite shoulder. So I have a strength of 0. Gonna throw my D20.
9.
And
Oh, you do make
9.
contact, but it's not enough to push it off. You definitely can kind of like hit near this thing, but you can't quite get this thing off of your back. Let's go to Torval.
I go up behind Daru and try to grab the baby by
Cool.
the antlers.
Give me a
and
strength
wrench
test.
it off of him.
Baby by the antlers.
Oh
God.
no!
Two. Okay.
2.
So, yeah, Daru is
Oh,
like
man.
trying to punch this thing and just kind of moving around too much. You just can't get a hold on it. Like he's spinning around a little bit. And out of game, I'm hoping people can put together that these are nurglings at this point. Like I'm sure hoping that everybody understands these are not like
Yeah.
mutated babies, nurglings. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
well, that's a
I mean,
completely
some-
different picture
Hey,
now.
some people's babies, man. Like, unfortunately, some babies are not very cute. So,
Oh man.
Harleth, let's see what you've got. You've booted one. So, what do you got here?
Okay, so I see these two are kind of struggling with this one, and I'll go try to help strength test it
Manhandle it,
off,
just
grab it
go
off,
for it.
and yeah,
Okay, yeah. Give me a strength
manhandle it.
roll.
Yeah. So I got a strength of 1. And I rolled
Ooh,
a
good.
11.
Okay, so you got it right on the
12
money. So yeah, you're able to just, I'm going to say you're grabbing it by its legs. as you kind of like reach, you kind of don't know where legs kind of start because it's just this fat, like saggy bottomed thing. And so you grab this and with your might, you kind of feel it like really squish. Like there's not much form to it. So you grab it with both legs. Tell me what you're going to do. Like, tell me like how you rip this thing off.
Well, keep in mind I have
That's right.
one hook.
Okay. So with your left hand, you grab this like this squishy form, and with your right hand, you do hook into it, and you just like sink this thing.
Yeah, wrench it off. And then as soon as I kind of get it off, I do like a whole shot put into the chasm type thing. Like one circle, wind up,
Give me,
huck it in.
What's higher for you, strength or presence?
They're both 1.
Yeah, give me a strength check then.
Okay, it got a 18.
Yeah, okay, total. So you hook it in, you give it one good 360 swing, and then you just shuck this thing out. And as soon as it kind of leaves that railing area, you hear this like into the chasm. Your like sound kicks back into your guys' skull, and you see that fat baby green nurgling. I'm just gonna call it nurgling because we all know what it is now. But fly into the blackness, and you hear it kind of splash into the muck beneath you.
Oh my! What was that? I've never seen anything like that in my life. We gotta get out of here. This place is too strange. Are you guys okay?
There's a ladder over there. Let's get the hell out of here. I point over to the
so you guys can kind of see what essentially is. It's like it's built into the wall, almost like a little kind of an escape thing to swing your legs over and kind of get down. And about 20 feet below, you can see like a landing that's concrete. And so what would be basically just a few feet above that dig area. So it's not touching the water. It's just above it. Who's going first?
Well,
not me. I never go first.
Yeah, we know who goes first. Leonard.
I run and pick up Leonard.
Yeah, okay.
Drop him down.
Leonard weirdly just kind of like tick and down the like steps and ladder kind of, and lands beautifully right on that concrete, and just seems to, I mean, almost just be staring into the abyss, like it was just made to land there. The red light is still just
safe.
on and off. That's that kind of alarm light.
Yeah, I'll make my way down next, I suppose.
Yeah, you, kind of swing your leg over. You start climbing down, and you just see Leonard, the skull, sitting there. You reach the bottom, and let me just check my notes real quick here. So, okay. When you reach the bottom, you see that there's an entire like level now. So you've gone to this platform, and it opens up quite wide. You do see that chasm has opened up. It's black. You see it's kind of undulating and flowing like some sort of liquid. If you were to look straight out, out where essentially you were up on that railing, you could see to the right of you, there's just a little illumination from that red light. That's another kind of platform about 8 feet off. It's maybe jumpable, but where you're at is kind of this long, almost hallway that you can kind of make out. Again, there's not much light here.
Yeah. I'll yell up to them, like, make your way down here. It all seems safe. And as I'm kind of waiting for them to get down, not doing too much, just looking around, pick up Leonard for a hot second. I would like to heal myself if that's possible while I'm waiting, or is it like not that kind of moment? Way too
say you probably
busy?
got a good couple minutes to do something. What are you thinking?
I just have a rusted med kit that has a
Go for
1
it.
in 4 chance to heal damage. So I was just going to quickly band-aid
So
myself
roll a
when they're coming
D4
down.
on a 1.
Okay.
Something bad's going to happen. Okay.
I
cool.
rolled a 2.
Yeah. So does it say how much you heal?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got
It heals
perfect. You
D4.
healed up 2. Good.
So.
Cool. How many uses do you have with that one? Does it say?
That's my second
Okay,
time I've used that,
cool.
so it's empty
Good,
now.
Good. All right,
Yeah.
Torvald, Daru, are you guys climbing down?
Yeah, climb down.
I'm waiting for Torvald to go first, but yes, I will follow.
Yeah, Torvald, you make your way down. You see Harleth there with Leonard. Harleth seems to be kind of like suturing himself a little bit, bandaging himself up, using a med kit. Yeah. Daru, you follow right behind, and you guys now are on this landing overlooking, not rather overlooking because you're just a few feet above now the kind of blackness that's flowing. If you think about where you're at, so you're facing out essentially where that railing was as well, like kind of in the same view, but bottom right. To your right, you see another landing of concrete about 8 feet off. So there is a gap. And there's a similar red flashing light domed above you guys, illuminating a decent amount of the room every 2 seconds. But Daru does have a flashlight.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got to get over there. That's a pretty far gap. Ain't no way I can jump that. Do you guys see any pipes or anything we could use and try to get across over there? I don't want to go anywhere near that liquid stuff.
I'm just searching through my backpack for any kind of rope or anything,
Oh,
but I'm not finding anything.
I mean, there's a decent amount of room behind you that you haven't really checked out, I'll say.
well, I'll turn around and...
Check that out.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
Torval reaches for his chain around his belt, but then he remembers that he tied up the one dude from last session with it.
That
So
was
now
a
he
15
does
foot
not have a
chain,
chain.
I think, right?
Big sad.
Yeah.
It's a 15-foot chain.
Okay.
Well, next time.
So as you guys kind of scan the room, you can see again it's essentially like equidistant with what that the chained kind of hallway was. So it's long and rectangular. The ceiling is much higher, so it essentially would be the amount of height that the ceiling was at the top level where you guys were, and so it's like a double room, almost the double like vaulted ceilings. You see far down the room in what looks to be kind of the central, like the middle of the hallway, as it were, this large figure. You can't quite make it up. It is a silhouetted shape in the red kind of beam of emergency lighting, and Daru's just somewhat illuminate flashlight. It's working, but it's not high powered. You can see this large 15-foot form, very still, unmoving. There is no doors on the right-hand side. On the left, you can kind of scan and see what looks to be a break in the wall.
That looks too big to be an augurin even. I don't like the look of it. Should we sneak into that little break in the wall? You're a stealthy kind of guy, aren't you there, Daru?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and creep my way over. I do have stealthy as a skill. All presence and agility tests have their DR reduced by 2. Normal tests are DR 10 instead of DR 12.
Yeah, I would say you're able just to kind of move up. Are you guys following in line with Daru as he kind of leads this way slowly and stealthily? Or are you staying back? So you're going with him? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I wish you wouldn't, but yeah. Okay.
So the closer you get, you still notice that this form is just statuesque, not moving. It seems not to notice anything about you. The closer you get, you kind of get the idea that it's just monolithic. It's solid and peaks upwards a little bit and has small kind of fragments sticking out. And once you get about 5 feet, you can see that it in fact is a stone statue made from this beautiful kind of marbled stone, as it were. And what it is this giant figure in plated armor, beautiful regal armor, a sword reaching up towards the ceiling, this round kind of spiked halo, as it were, long hair, and armor that plates up just about to the chin, one knee kind of bent up like standing on some sort of rock, and you can see a plaque just below it. It is scratched out. Something was here, but it seems to have been destroyed by purpose, some sort of defilement even of whatever words were written on this plaque.
This gives me a sense of ill.
I'm not religious, but yeah, I also know you definitely would go to jail if you did that up top in the city. The enforcers would definitely put boots to you.
Yeah, pretty brazen to do that.
You do see, as you guys kind of scan that little area about the statue, drops of blood, small fragments of bone-like material strewn kind of across the floor, various little bits. You're unsure of what they are at this moment.
Torval goes to inspect the material.
Torval kind of picks them up, and you see that, in fact, there's a multitude of about, I would say, 6 to 8 broken bits of bone and human teeth.
Torval collects the teeth. He doesn't know why, but he feels like he's going to need them later.
He feels compelled to take the teeth.
Yeah, so you collect them. You've got about, I'd say, let me give you a roll here. Yeah, you got six intact teeth and a few broken shards of bone, and but they're quite bloody and gross.
Not bad.
Yep. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a minute to pray to the statue.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't even know like what words to say. Like it's a very hick prayer. I'm not even addressing it correctly, so. But I just feel like that's the thing to do in this moment.
As you speak these unrefined words, just kind of searching from sort of like divine vocabulary, but unable to do so, you feel a sense of calm, and you feel a sense of pride, and you feel bolstered. Not only has your wounds, been healed by what sutures you kind of put in, you kind of glance and look, and they look to be healing quite quickly. You feel stronger, you feel more energized, and you can kind of get a sense of what the room feels to be now, and it feels church-like, almost like some sort of like you said, you don't, the religious vibe isn't your cup of tea, but yeah, you feel emboldened by being in this holy place, and you do notice. You see a small, faint bit of light coming from that break just a few feet off on the other side of the statue on that door, or sorry, on the wall. So you do see a break of like wall and light kind of emitting from that area.
As soon as I see it, I just kind of like a moth to flame, just kind of get up and start walking to her, almost compelled.
Yeah, you guys see Harleth just kind of strongly beeline it, and he's standing tall and straight, and he's usually pretty kind of like not hunched, but he's kind of gangly. He's got his hand, but he seems to stand quite proud and walks with confidence. The chat's fucking going off, man. I love this. This is great.
Liar. You got to read Liar's Prayer, Mark.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray a big bag my teeth to keep. I pray big E my teeth to keep. Yeah, that's fun. Nice.
I kind of am ignoring this hyper spiritual moment, and I will continue towards that crack or crevice that we were moving towards.
Yeah, so you guys make your way past the statue. I will say, once you kind of pass the area that it was controlling, we'll say kind of dominating the room, you feel this sense of due judgment. Your actions, selfish to get yourself, kind of pardoned by your heretical thievery initially, weigh heavy on you. Like it is, you must complete this in order to feel some sort of salvation, even not just pardon from your sins of heretical thievery, but you get a sense of judgment, something looming, something pointing its like golden finger at you, telling you must do good. Mm-hmm.
I must.
So yeah, you guys get to the break in this wall, and it is a large gaping door. Like there's no aquila on any sort of frame or anything. It is just an archway almost, and there's a small, warm, kind of orangish light, like glow, coming from it. You guys are kind of like approaching it from like a 45-degree angle, so not straight on. You're walking down the hall towards it.
Yeah. I'll probably be at the head of this group unless somebody is trying to outpace me, but I'm pretty determined to just kind of keep pushing. And as the light gets brighter and kind of warmer feeling almost, I just feel more emboldened.
Apart from that sense of guilt, Torvald does not feel any of that, but he's trying to keep up with Harleth, and I imagine he's just kind of going like that bubble bass.
Cool. Okay.
He's trying to catch up.
Good. Yeah. You guys making your way in? Cool. Yeah, you guys walk in, and there's no door to swing. It's just this archway. You walk in, and you're greeted by not a red intermittent alarm light, but you're met by these warm, kind of orangish panels overhead. And the room is a bit small, but you do see stacks of crates, more tarp kind of odds and ends. It's kind of hard to make out, but even some sort of like tall cabinets and lockers. Yeah, you guys just make your way in.
I'm gonna. Can I inspect one of the crates to see if there's anything of value or any kind of way to
as you
break
walk
into one?
like I said, the room is small, and there's about kind of two walls where you can see these stacked crates, and then the far wall would be like these tall lockers. The crates are metal, so I would say breaking them is probably not going to happen. The lockers, if you want to try and see if you can kind of wrench something open, there's no like padlocks or anything like that. They're just kind of this manual latch.
Yeah,
sure. Give me a strength test.
I'll do some rummaging. Strength. So I have a strength of 0.
14. Nice. Yeah.
14.
The first one you go for, you just kind of you mean to rip this thing off, but it just kind of gives way. And let's see what you find. Why don't you give me a D6 roll there, Daru? Five.
5.
You're going to find a flare. I would say you find an unused flare, and no.
A Gatling gun by chance?
You're going to find, let's say, about 20 feet of this like cabling. It's wrapped, corded. It's like a kind of a thick, probably an inch thick, like cable.
Would it be encumbering for me to take this cable and like wrap it around my body,
it's pretty
or
light? Like it's not heavy.
put it
it's
over
not
my shoulder,
weighing you down too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing that cable.
Yeah, that looks important. Yeah, we can
Good
use
rope
that.
is never a bad thing to have. I've climbed into enough hairy situations, breaking into noble houses, to know that a good piece of rope will get you out of a bad situation.
Just
We
tie
need a
people
replacement
up.
for my chain, anyways.
Harleth, Torval, are you guys kind of searching
All right,
the area? What are
well.
you guys doing?
Yeah. Scouting around for more stuff to add to my laboratory or my portable laboratory.
Yeah.
If there's any.
Yeah, Torval, I'll say you kind of notice as you walk in and turn to your left. By the way, you do notice that there's like the size of the wall, giant embossed like aquila on what looks to be paneled metal, and this very well could be some sort of sliding door, the wall itself. So Torval, when you kind of come in, you notice there's a desk and like, I'll say maybe like little bits of kind of beakers, vials, test kits of things. So give me a D20 roll first. 12.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. And then
12.
give me a D6 roll.
Oops. All right.
Okay. Wow. Awesome.
6.
Amidst what looks to be some sort of samples or collections of various liquids and materials, you see a vial filled with this green liquid that you've already pulled off of one of the refinery workers. It seems to glow just very faintly. You also find a clipping of one of the butterfly wings, the butterflies that you saw initially when you came into the refinery that were fluttering above the water. You see one of the clipped wings, and you find you find, here we go. You're going to find 6 teeth as well. You're going to find 6 human teeth. And
yes.
You find also a small wooden, bone-ish, crooked formation that resembles one of the antlers that those fat, bulging, pustule babies had. Broken. But yeah, you're going to find some good material, and I'll say you've got enough for some fun potions, for sure.
All right, I'm going to pocket all that material and the teeth. And I'd like to see if I can... Would it be enough to create 2 random potions?
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to do it right this time.
Yeah, go for it.
For a total of... So do I roll a d20 and then
Yeah,
a
let's do
d4
that.
for the doses? Or... Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
14 for the d20. And then a 1.
Ooh, okay. So what'd you brew up then with the 1?
Do I choose or is it random?
It's random. So the 1 result should give you something listed. I think you have like 6 different things that you can brew, and then the first one would be the 1.
Okay, there's 8, but if we're going with that, 1 would be red poison, which is toughness DR12 or minus D10 HP.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. So that's 1, and then 1d20. Oh, 1
Okay.
for a 1d20.
Okay. All right. Do you want to stick with that, or do you want to use maybe like a Blessing of the Emperor?
Yeah, I haven't
so
used
you can
mine
re-roll
yet. I'll do a
that
Blessing of the
D20 if you
Emperor.
wish.
Okay.
Okay. Got
Well,
the 4.
much better.
Good.
4.
All right. Yeah. As you guys are kind of searching the area and whatnot, you do see that there is a next on the far wall facing kind of where that chasm would be that you came from. That wall seems to just be like a large door, like that would just kind of slide upwards. Aquila giant on it, paneled metal, and on the right of it, there looks to be some sort of buttons, a pad on the wall itself. What you guys gonna do?
While those guys were kind of rummaging, like, I'm very determined, so I kind of, takes me longer than the other guys to probably figure out there's that massive door there, but as soon as I kind of realize that I go to that little control panel, I know how to work them. Hey, do one of you guys know how to work one of these things? And I gesture towards like a very simple control panel, I'm assuming.
So you look and see the panel has we'll say the first 13 letters of the alphabet, and it has
I didn't even know there was that many. 13? God damn, I definitely need one of these guys.
Has the numbers 1 through 9 and 0.
Okay.
I'm definitely not well read, but I've hacked into enough computer systems or whatever passes for computer systems in 40K and stolen enough bank cards or whatever passes for bank cards in 40K to know what a couple of letters and numbers are. So I'll come over to that.
Well, la-di-da.
My character wasn't bragging, Mark. I was.
Sorry.
It wasn't Daru being the douche. Yeah.
He
It
likes
was
to
just
speak
Christian
big
being the douche.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, try putting in today's date. Warhammer 40K.
M41999.
A red light just flashes 3 times. Beep, beep, beep.
Should have known that wouldn't work. Coming from an idiot. I look for. So I picked up that worker ID in the last episode too.
Okay.
Yes, and I still have the number. I wrote it down. So I will punch in 2386237.
Green light lights up, and this thing slides very slowly. This huge wall of a door slides up. And again, you're greeted with darkness, but concrete landing that comes across, and you can see it really overlooks the vastness of that black pit to your left. Yeah, and it slots into its ending position 20 feet above you.
I'll hand my flashlight over to Harleth to imply that he proceed forward.
All right. Yeah, well. Okay, I will. I'll grab the flashlight and go creeping towards that edge through that door.
So, yeah, you walk through, and what you see is there's that concrete floor that kind of like overlooks just a few feet above the blackness, and then there's just rocky dirt beyond that. So like where it has been kind of drilled out. The drill hangs from its kind of pivoted spot up top 40 feet above you, points down into the blackness. And as you kind of shine your light, you see on the rock-faced wall to your right little glimmers that like stone is kind of just catching the light ever so beautifully, resembling almost like lights. Just every time you kind of pass your light over it, just shines this beautiful light right at you.
I wonder what they were mining. Some type of trilite, dialite, myelite. I don't know. It's beautiful. I get this like feeling that we need to like crash that drill. If not only just because it's like what any kid would do if put in this situation, but what a homeless person would do. Like I just keep looking up at it. You know, I'm like, there's no reason to do it, but I just keep looking up at it, is all.
Is this one of those intrusive thoughts that's just like, do it?
Exactly. Yeah. Just so you guys are aware where I'm at now. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like flashing a light onto the black, kind of looking, flashing it up.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, well, Daru and Torval, what are you guys kind of doing? You just following behind? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are you guys walking from the concrete onto like the rocky area? Like it's basically like a dirt landing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is any of that shiny
Absolutely.
material close enough to like
it's almost lining the walls, and you can see it. It's recognizable as basically that stone, beautiful marbled, kind of dark colored stone that comprised that beautiful armored statue.
I'm going to use my axe to try and like pick a little bit of that off the wall and stuff it in my pockets. Just little chunks in case, you know, I'm thinking, you know, is it valuable?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, if I grab a little sample, I can sell later.
No one's going to know.
Or if I can smoke it later, who knows? Because you're a different kind of rock, I'm thinking.
What's better for you, presence or strength? How about agility?
Both are 0, so.
Give me
-1.
Just give me a straight D20 roll. Let's see what happens.
All right. I will say it's odd that a stealth character like myself has -1 agility, but
okay.
Throw on my 20 and I got a
find
17.
A pretty sizable chunk that's sticking out. It's about fist size. And are you just kind of like chiseling away at the surrounding area? Like describe a little bit about what we're doing.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just using like the edge of this makeshift axe and the I have also the trench shovel I picked up, just trying to like pick at it to break a chunk off that I think, is big enough for me to carry comfortably,
Cool.
but also I might be able to sell for something.
You basically are able to just cleanly kind of hack at this soft rock surrounding it. Almost they're just like kind of crumpled, like matted dirt. And you pull this sizable, about fist size, beautiful, marbled, dark black, but there's like kind of flecks of goldish and silver within it. Stone that's just jagged and very refined already. So it's beautiful. Yeah, you've got it. It's pretty heavy too. I would say it's maybe besides the axe, probably the heaviest thing that you carry on your person right now.
Okay. And I'm just going to tuck that away, and I'm just going to write it down as a strange stone in my inventory.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here. I'm going to check my notes. Actually, while I do this, Mark, this might be I'm going to have you just fill a little bit of time. Why don't you talk a little bit about the Imperial Tithe and maybe some of the things Lorehammer's going on? Because this is going to be a fun moment. I'm going to need that in a sec here. Yeah.
Okay.
Quick commercial break.
Quick commercial break. Throw it to me. Hey, do you want to join the Imperial Tithe? You can join it. Oh, how do I join the Tithe, Mark? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can join it by joining the Patreon. I like that.
Golly, Mark, that's amazing.
Oh, Gerald, have you joined the Imperial Tithe?
Yes, I did, Mark.
That's good. Now my child can eat. If you don't join the Imperial Tithe, my children don't eat. So join the Patreon. No, it's fun. We don't really offer much over there, honestly. Like, I don't do content. It's more just if you like the show, throw us a couple bucks, and it's always very much appreciated. What else do we got going on here? Man, we've delayed the Sanguinius episode a couple times. Ain't that fun?
You're just edging the audience, Mark.
For shame.
Yeah.
For that. He just wants to have that beautiful release at the end of once he finally drops it.
Yeah, and I already know this Friday is canceled because Jordan texted me. He's like, "Hey, I got to cancel," and he mentioned a very specific event. And then Christian messaged me very soon after and said he had to cancel for the same event. I'm assuming so. No Sanguinius for till next week is what I'm saying here. But Court looks ready. He looks ready. So, we can leave everyone pissed off and angry at that, and let's get back to the dark, leaky mess.
So you guys are situated on this long dirt landing, that concrete slab behind you, the hallway, all that, everything. This thing opens up again. It's a big wall, kind of the mining area where you guys are at, and light kind of begins to emit from behind you. So there's no longer that faint siren in the back. The chanting that you once heard previous session has now grown a little bit. It's low and rumbling and steady. Just small, methodical chanting building a little bit. And there's kind of an inexplicable light. That warm glow that you saw from the orange panels from the previous room just brightens a little bit. It kind of comes up, and a little bit of that red flicker from the kind of emergency light has stopped, and a glow kind of kicks out from the room behind you where you came out, and everything just becomes a little bit more illuminated, and you see the shadows kind of come up, and you see that it's about a 50-foot wall lined with all these various beautiful gemstones, rocks kind of that you pulled out. And then across the way from you, about 20 feet, is just a small, like makeshift wooden door, kind of paneled hatch, if you will. Looks very hastily made. Yeah.
It looks important. That looks very important. What do you think's on the other side of that door?
If it gets us out of here, I don't care.
Yeah, okay, let's go then. We'll quickly kind of make our way towards that door and
cool.
Open it up.
As you guys get about 10 feet from it, you hear this sloshing to your left as you're running past the chasm of blackness and liquid, and you hear this sloshing coming faster and faster, and this splash of green ichor just slams you guys as something bursts forth from the chasm. Yeah. Everybody give me an agility roll.
I rolled a 12.
3.
You're muted, Daru.
I also rolled a 3 with a -1 modifier.
Daru.
So 2.
Yeah.
Before you say what happens, I have this rule called the Bard of the Forthcoming. It allows me to get D4 on reaction rolls, but everyone gets nightmares of a four-armed creature. Would that apply?
Say it again, because that's just I modified that. I modified
I'll
that
read
rule to be a little more.
Yeah, I'll read the whole rule,
please.
Yeah, Bard of the Forthcoming. You learned your melodies in dreams that plague you at night, a connection to the unknown mind, millions and yet one. The choral melodies bestowed upon you gives a plus D4 on reaction rolls, but gives everyone nightmares of a four-armed creature.
Yeah, if you want to give him the D4 bonus on this roll, you can. Okay.
I rolled a 1 with that D4,
So just peering into the future, Daru, if you do survive this, you will be having nightmarish visions as you close your eyes for sleep of some sort of four-armed monstrous...
Think of me!
And so... okay, Daru, you get slammed, just sideswiped by some sort of mass, and you hit the wall of stone to your right. You're gonna take some damage. Give me your armor roll here. Let's see if it subtracts anything.
All right. Again, wearing fur armor minus D2, and throwing that at D20. And 13.
Okay, yeah. So then give me the D2 roll. We'll just see how much it negates. So give me a roll of something and tell me if it's the low end or the high end. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're going to only take
14.
1 damage here. You're going to get hit, and boom, you're going to kind of catch your side, and then kind of fall to your knees a little bit, but you're upright. Yeah. Torval,
Yep.
Bam, you get slammed as well, and you're going to kind of go sliding across the dirt floor. You're going to take some damage. How much HP do you have?
Let's see here. I think I'm at 4 because I lost 1 from last session.
Need
correct.
I'm gonna need an armor check first. So you're gonna take a hit.
I'm padded cloth armor, also -2. Roll my D20.
Okay, so you're gonna
2.
subtract 1. So you're gonna take 3 damage. So you're going to get hit by some mass that just slams you across the floor and shoves you into the stone, like dirt wall. And you're going to hit your head a little bit, and you're going to just kind of, that gas mask that you wear does nothing for protection. And you can feel the material between your skin and the material itself kind of start getting a little bit warmer as blood trickles down your face.
For heaven's sake, my lens just cracked.
You turn to see a writhing mass of tentacles, like 6 to be kind of close on the number. One.
I've watched enough anime to know how this ends.
I've been training my whole life for this.
Sure.
Isn't it the same
It is
thing?
to me, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
by the way, we should do a bonus episode where you guys explain anime to me because I just don't fucking get it at some point. Like, we're gonna see. Okay. Okay.
No, you need Eric for that. Me and
all right.
Christian were like, yeah, no. We can explain
There
Jesus
we
to
go.
you if you
Anime
want.
Jesus. Okay. You see this one solid trunk of a body, flabby and gross, like almost like this giant version of some sort of horrific baby that you've kicked previously. Pustules kind of popping and slime oozing from some sort of pore-like things, slashed wounds gaping. And wriggling on top is kind of this mass of like noodled tentacles kind of. And this maw opens up and these just very few like horrible gray bark-like massive teeth kind of reach out for you, and you see 3 eyes kind of open up and peer at you with this almost like endearing desire to reach out to you. And it stares into you and it starts kind of lurching its way from this black sulfuric smelling ichor, just kind of very slowly kind of trudging towards you. Ursats, big up in the chat to you for an X-Japan reference. My goodness. I have not heard X-Japan in a long... X-Japan's Rusty Nail MV music video has Anime Jesus. X-Japan, amazing band. If you want to see the biggest hair in your life as far as 80s metal goes, boom, go look at X-Japan. Anyway, high five Ursats, my friend. Okay. So, yeah, you see this green, pale, little bits of red kind of like lurching at you, and you guys have taken the hit, and this thing's coming at you. Trudging. Harleth, you're muted.
Oh, I have in my inventory an item called the Psalms Open the Southern Gate, and it's an unclean scroll, and it is a ball of fire damage that hits creatures. I'd like to shoot that thing at it.
So this is an unclean scroll. So we are going to let's give me a D20 roll.
I rolled a 3. Shit.
Okay. Let's do.
It's not good.
All right, give me another D20. 6.
6. Not much better.
Okay. So tell me how you're kind of like, you've got the scroll. Tell me like how you're quote unquote casting this thing.
I kind of, just unfurl it. I've never done this before. Kind of reading the words, trying my best. And then, just kind of put out my hand, hoping it shoots it out of my hand or something.
You fool, it comes out of your butt.
It begins to like glow almost, and you feel this embodiment of that prideful kind of strengthening nature that reminds you a little bit of like when you prayed to that statue. However, it quickly turns sour in your mouth, and these words that you try and kind of speak just slip out a little bit, and your mouth starts to kind of like ooze blackness. And then around
Drop my tobacco.
You see that the earth starts to decay, like the dirt walls start to rust and decay and just fall apart, and the kind of wood on the door, the makeshift door to your right, starts breaking apart little bits by little bits, and you see crumbles of rock and dust falling from the ceiling, and beneath you, you notice that the earth is actually just kind of starting to sink, and you yourself are starting to sink into the earth like this quicksand almost. Alfarius Primus. Hey, I'm gonna say
that does not happen.
and then you piss your pants. I'm not gonna say Alpha Primus, but yes, you shit your pants.
Shit.
In fact, you shit your pants. Yeah, and this sinking sorrow just kind of fills you, and you feel yourself kind of slump into the earth. Yeah. Torval and Daru, you see that he's speaking this crazy language and starts kind of like standing straight, and then you see Harleth start crouching down like towards the ground and like screaming, and then he just shits himself. And he's like touching the floor as if it looks like he's like it looks as if he's like pretending to sink into the earth, but he's really just kind of like squatting down a little bit.
It looks like he's got diarrhea of the mouth
of.
and of the bowels.
That's what you call coming out of both ends.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of wrestling with the situation, that sulfuric smell really is just getting to you. Like you're at the source of it, and it smells horrible, and it tends to burn your nose a little bit. And this thing is now going to swing at somebody. So let's do this. Torval, you're 1 and 2. Harleth, you're 3, 4. Daru, you're 5, 6. All right. This fat, noodly mass of green slime, pustules, and tentacles is going to go and try and reach out to Torval. It's not swinging at you. In fact, it's just reaching one of its kind of malformed claws your way, and it's just going to try and like reach slowly and grab you. But it definitely makes contact. So give me a agility roll. Okay. Yeah, he's going to grab you, and in
6.
fact, he's going to start because he grabs your leg as you kind of fell to the ground. He's going to start dragging you towards him, towards the blackness, and he's just kind of you almost see this, like as you turn, you see like almost like a smile across its horrific mouth as it kind of pulls you in slowly. You're going to take give me your armor roll.
Okay.
Okay,
Minus
cool.
2, 16.
Yeah, so it's just going to start kind of like pulling you towards itself. It's got about like maybe 5 more feet to go till you get to the edge. Daru, Harleth, let's see what you guys are going to do.
I can take my makeshift axe and try and cleave the reaching tentacle arm noodle to free Torval. Against my better judgment, part of me debates whether I should let this thing be distracted by chewing on him and make a break for it. But
give me a strength check.
all right, strength 0, casting my d20 and a 6.
Okay. You swing for it, and that hesitation just grabs you, and you just kind of go through the motions, but almost don't even intend to actually like swing it. Like you're just kind of doing it to save face, and yeah, your axe clings and hits the ground.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Harleth, you're having some sort of bad trip here, man, and you feel your body sinking into the ground, but you realize after a moment that you're squatted down, and you've definitely shat yourself.
I know this feeling. I know this feeling very well.
You look over and you see that Torval's being slowly dragged closer towards the edge, and Daru has kind of swung his axe and missed this horrific beast.
Yeah, is there such like a thing as a leadership test? Would that maybe be a presence test to see how like confident I am now at
I'd
this
say you're
point?
fine.
Like,
You're fine at this point. You've kind of shaken yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Even in fact, the sulfuric
okay.
smell has really just kind of like kicked you up. It's like smelling salts. Like you're just ready to go.
Okay. Yeah. So at that point, then I'm gonna run and try to save Torval, and the way I'll do that is I will run up to him and then try to grab onto him more so than touching the creature. I don't want to touch the
grab
creature.
his arms and let's see if you can kind of pull him back.
Yeah. All right. So I rolled a 3 plus my strength of a 1, so 4.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to use my
Okay,
final
all
blessings
right,
of the
here we go.
Emperor and re-roll that. Yeah. And with that, I rolled it. Oh, an
You
18,
grab
so
both
19
of Torval's
total.
arms and
Oh,
you start
yes.
pulling. Torval, you feel a massive strength from Harleth, and that's nice. That's a beautiful roll right there. Harleth, the holiness that you felt previously while praying really embodies you now, and you just pull Torval towards you. You get this sense of salvation, that you are going to do good. You are going to save him. Torval, as you're being pulled, you feel a slight melancholy like come over you, like the touch of this horrific beast, while kind of crude and harsh, was also like a welcoming. Like you felt this embrace as soon as it grabbed you, and you felt this sense of like greater purpose. But yeah, you are now free from this thing, and you guys are kind of backed against the wall. Quickly, your minds just kind of think on action as you have this quick moment of what you've possibly gathered along the way that could help you in this situation.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here. Do I still have like the vial of that glowing green material and like that horn from the
Yes, you do.
what we know as a nurgling? I grab those things out and do I want to make another potion, or I just want to huck them at the thing? It seems like it really wanted those things back, so I just hucked the vial and the little antler horn at the the beast. I don't know.
Let's get out of here. I don't think we can kill this thing.
So
Let's
you huck it, and
Mhm.
the vial just kind of hits the slime, the mass of this body, and sticks to it, and then the body starts absorbing it and like just pulling it into itself. And that small little antler, kind of the same thing. And as you get a really good look at this, you could start seeing like is that mushrooms growing on its back? It just like all things living and disgusting and beautiful and life-giving and dying and decay all form into one on this mass. And there you go. Anybody else got anything?
It's kind of beautiful. I almost want to join it. No, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of here. I'm gonna start.
Do what you want to do first.
No, you go for it. It's fine.
Okay. I reach into my bag and I feel an odd compulsion to pull out that big rock and huck it at this thing.
All right.
The mysterious stone. Strange stone.
Give me a presence check. Throw it.
Presence 0. Throw my d20.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Huck it, and it just goes past what could be called its head
All right.
and splashes into the back into the blackness. Okay, now it's going.
All right, I'm all out of ideas.
Focus now on Deru, and it's going to open its arms and almost try and embrace you. So it's going to kind of try and grab and bring you in. So give me an agility check as it kind of closes in on you.
All right, my -1 agility. Checking my d20.
Cool.
16.
Yeah.
So
It's
15.
slow enough to where you can basically kind of dodge out of the way, and it goes, and it almost makes this mournful noise as it misses you, just like, moo. And then it's going to kind of reel back a little bit and kind of try and get a better handle on where it can go next. Yeah, Harleth, what you going to do?
Did one of you guys pick up a flare? Did I see that? Shoot the thing or something.
I do have a flare, and I will toss it over to Harleth. You do it.
The flare like bounces off me type thing. Way too slow reflex to catch it. I don't have the gun. I thought one of you guys picked up a gun or something.
Somebody has a flare gun, but he also gives you what you recognize as like a hand flare. Like something that you don't need to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, yeah, like crack that open and throw it at the demon and see if I can, just kind of catch it on fire, I guess, melt it a little bit.
Break this thing off. This red flame emits sparks from the top, and this thing burns bright. It almost recoils for a moment. Yeah.
Get back, beast.
Give me where are you throwing it?
Towards center mass.
Okay. Give me a presence check. I'm gonna see how accurate your throw is.
I rolled a 10, so 11 total.
You huck this. Why don't you give me a one-liner? Give me a one-liner as you throw this thing.
Take that, you foul beast! Back to the abyss with you!
It, and it kind of bounces off the mass and falls into the ichor and sits there, just kind of starting to sink a little bit. And as soon as it touches that blackness, this thing erupts, flame on top of liquid, and it just starts spreading quite quickly, and that sulfuric smell starts burning your nose and your eyes even, and this erupts in flame, and it is screaming now at you, and it's coming quite fast. So this thing is engulfed in flames, and it is now going to take a swing at you, Harleth, and it's going to kind of slam one of its fists at you in reaction to your throw as it's burning and recoiling in pain. So give me an agility roll.
I roll a
cool. Yeah.
13.
Bam. It slams and just misses you. You dodge out of the way. Let's go to Torvald.
Not today.
I don't have any gun or anything. I just have my wrench, so I assume that like it's close enough where I can whack it with
once its
with
fist
the wrench.
kind of comes down, you have an opportunity to kind of slam that thing down onto its kind of claw.
All right. I'll do that. Even though like part of me is like really sad that I have to hit it for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm feeling this way. But here we go.
Miss.
And I roll a 4.
Boom. Yeah, just dings into the ground. Okay. At this point, it's taken some decent burning damage. It's taken some decent damage. You hear breaking and splintering of wood. Kicking down the makeshift hatch door, a figure emerges. the light of the fire illuminating this face of a man, if you can call it that, tall, ominous, and staring at you. Proud-chested, you see this kind of humanoid figure in a low voice call out, "Get away from it, and I will end you regardless." And it kind of steps into the light, and you see a man with tattered gray, like mining coveralls, and a red patch on his shoulder here, like a solid stripe, as if to denote some sort of authority. And he's got the makings of those horns coming out of his head. His eyes seem to be oozing. He's just riddled with pox and pustules. And you notice hanging around his neck is just a long, decorative necklace of dozens and dozens of human teeth collected all just around his necklace.
Excellent.
Yes,
like those
100% that. 100% that. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yummy.
Yeah, and he steps out in protection of this beast. As he steps out, you do notice that he's carrying a similar wrench as some sort of kind of makeshift weapon. His left side is mutated and bulged and kind of malformed, and he almost is like hobbling along your way. He's about 10 feet off. Yeah.
I will, kind of square up, I guess, with that guy and wind up the old hook and for the God Emperor, and I'll charge him and try to swing my weird hook at him.
Give me a D20, whatever your best roll is, either agility or strength.
I rolled a 15 plus 1 strength, 16.
Tell me how you
total.
hook into him and where you kind of hit him.
So I'll run up to him, kind of hobble, and it's a big overhand one, so I'll probably hit him in like the top
you're
shoulder
gonna get him,
area. I'm not aiming for any vital or
flesh and stuff. Boom, you hook him. How much damage are you doing on it? Let's see.
It does D6 damage. So
okay.
I rolled a 3.
All right. When you go to swing at him, you catch just a corner of where all those numbers usually are on the on kind of the uniform, as it were, and you notice 3 letters, big and bold. K-A-R. Car. And your heart sinks. Okay, he said he takes 3. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And when my heart sinks, I kind of like step back, like my hook kind of falls out of my little hand holdy thing. It's stuck in them. I'm kind of like,
I'll say you won't lose the hook, because I think that's a little bit too, but you definitely pull it back, and you're just kind of taken aback. Yeah. And you see Daxon Carr in his new form, kind of just leering at you and ready to attack.
What is this? How is this a human?
Yeah. Torval, what you going to do?
Kind of at a loss, because he's staring at, he trades looks between the burning thing and then what is now Carr, and he sees the necklace of teeth, and then he grabs for all the teeth that he gathered and just throws them at him.
Yeah, so he's gonna as they kind of hit across his chest and stuff, and he looks and he sees them fall down. He's going to look up at you, but he takes a moment to kind of just like look and see what you threw his way. So I'm going to give you guys just like a kind of a second action here, as it's kind of slow to react, but he comes up with like this malicious smile as he sees, and he even gives you like this low guttural noise of what you can make out to be the offering is just for the Father. And so Torval, if you've got one, if you want to like give me a movement, like if you're trying to run away from him, you can do that. You know, remember that chasm is on fire. Like everything is becoming quite flamage, as it were.
Nah, I try to run. I try to run away.
Yeah, you're booking it. I would
with
say
me.
you've made it out of kind of the area of where Dax and Carr is. You're probably like midway from where that door was to where the big slide up door was that you guys came through. Daru, what you got?
I am also going to avoid him and go for the exit.
Yeah. So you just start booking it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys start just hoofing it, and then these things are just kind of lumbering, and Daxon's like kind of limping across, trying to go as fast as he can. He's trying to catch up a little bit. The beast is on fire and blazing, and it's trying to like lurch itself up onto the dirt. Harleth, what are you doing?
Like as soon as those two started running, I would have followed them. And while we're running, I think I say, do you think we could get across that gap now? And I kind of, the one with the way out, to the way out there, and I'll point kind of where we tried to get, but we couldn't. We didn't have any rope or nothing to get
with
across.
The speed that you guys are going, you get a sense of confidence that you could maybe make the jump. It might be a little risky, but you could maybe make the jump.
Okay. Well,
the way I see it, by the way, so Daru, you're kind of leading the charge.
Yeah.
You're farthest out. Torval, you're like coming up right behind him, and then Harleth, you're kind of hoofing it behind them as well. The beast now is going to lumber onto the rocks, burning, and he is going to go for Torval. So he's going to reach out, and two hands, he's going to try and pick you up, and kind of big, almost this like lifting motion. So give me an agility test.
This might be 11.
Okay. Any chance you have any blessings of the Emperor? Okay.
I have one left, and
All right.
I'm going to use it. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this thing goes to lift you up. You dodge out of the way, and it misses, and it's lumbering forward. It's completely upon the kind of the dirt mound, and you can see Dax and Carr following slowly behind it. Daxon is going to take his wrench and try and huck it your guys' way, not caring who he hits, but he's just going to throw it. He's going to huck it, and why don't you guys all give me a D20 roll, see who gets the lowest. Let's see. Harleth, you were muted. What'd you get? 5. Daru?
5.
Torval?
2.
4. Okay. Daru is going to get clocked in the back. By this throw.
Oh, no.
Throwing of the wrench. You're going to take some damage, so give me an armor roll.
All right.
Okay.
Also A2.
Yeah, you're going to take... it's going to hit you in the back of the head, and you're going to slide forward and give me Give me another D20 roll. Okay.
8.
You're going to take 4 damage as this hits you in the back, and you lunge forward and you slide across towards the gap that you meant to jump. And you are getting dangerously close, and you just start to catch yourself before these flames kind of come up where the ichor is. But you're going to take 4 damage. What are you at?
Okay. I'm at 1
Okay.
HP.
Okay. All right. Yes, you do.
And I have a screaming
your back
headache.
just gets slammed by this wrench.
Keep moving.
All right. Let's go to Harleth.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep running. I'm the last person in the line, so it's kind of awkward for me to
You're gonna catch up
the
pretty
other
quick.
guys.
You're gonna. I mean, you have to make a decision now because Daru has reached the edge and is fallen essentially. If you keep at the speed, you can maybe make the jump. If you stop to try and save him, you put yourself at risk. Okay.
I'll keep going to make the jump.
Give me an agility roll.
Yeah, I'll attempt the jump.
And we're going to need just a low number on this. So let's see. What do you get?
I roll.
Yeah.
I rolled
needed an 8.
14.
So that was good. Yeah, you look down and past him as you just like kind of almost mouth sorry and just like jump and leap and reach the other edge, and you kind of hit the wall where that like the emergency ladder kind of is and whatnot going up, and yeah, you get to that point. On that wall though, on that wall paneling, you do
Throw
notice,
me the key.
now illuminated by the fire, you see a series of buttons and cables that go all the way up to the ceiling, past where you can view, and there's like a giant red lever. Let's cut to Torval.
Okay. I guess by better judgment, I'll try to stop and save Daru. And then I commune with Leonard one more time, give him a look at the monster, and I just chuck Leonard at him.
No.
Oh man. Okay.
Hero.
Do you say it? Yeah. What are your parting words to Leonard as you check it at the beast?
Let's see here. Leonard? Oh, hold on. Okay.
I will meet you in the garden with the grandfather.
You throw it, and it hits the face of this beast, and it like again sticks to the side, and kind of like this long like writhing tongue comes out to catch it just by its jaw, and it like rolls Leonard into its mouth, and you see it kind of like gulping down your best friend, this skull. The beast almost smiles. You get this sense of pride and joy that it has some sort of assimilated this organic feature. And yeah, you pull Daru up. Daru and you are at the edge of this thing here. The beast is going to take some more damage. Okay, it's going to fall to the ground now after like lapping up Leonard and ingesting it, and it's starting to get pretty crispy as it's burning. It falls to the ground and starts reaching out. Dax and Carr is lumbering forward and gets about 5 feet from where you guys are. Daru, you're now standing up. What are you going to do?
I kind of shake off the impact damage. My vision's a little blurry. I'm gonna start tying the shovel to this rope I have around me as quickly as I can and try and swing it to hook onto the ladder.
Give me a D20 roll, and I'm going to need like a 16.
Seven, but I'm going to use
Okay,
my
okay.
blessing of the Emperor, my one and only. And a 10.
You huck this thing and throw it, and it doesn't make the distance. And in fact, the rope or cabling kind of starts burning as it catches on fire. Yeah. It's Dax and Carr, unless you got something, Harleth.
No, I just see that happen, and I say, "Don't throw the security tape."
Yeah.
Like,
You're going to need it we're going to get out of here, so you better think of something to get me out of here.
You've got the disc, right? Okay. Dax and Carr is going to come up, and let's see. 1, 2, 3 is Torval. 4, 5, 6 is Daru. Daru, from behind you, Daxon is going to try and kind of grab and choke hold with his like one massive arm that's just made of like this bulging flesh. Give me an agility roll.
Agility -1. Dice roll 6.
Okay. He grabs you. He grabs you,
Just
and then
eating
he
it.
starts pulling you in, and like your face is pressed against his, and he's like trying to like lick and slobber against your face. This long black tongue comes out, and he starts pulling you down and choking you at the same time, like this kind of like wrestling move. You're gonna take some damage. So give me an armor roll. Fuck.
All right. Minus D2 armor. And I got a 6.
Okay. You're gonna take 3 damage.
All right,
Okay.
I'm at -2.
So you're at 0. You are now technically broken. So I need you to roll a D4, and we're going to see what happens.
Four.
You got the best possible roll mathematically. However,
Dang.
you got the worst possible roll on the chart.
The time I need a high.
I would
oh,
like you
God,
to describe your death.
I'm glad I had the security disc with me. You know, I was born under an unlucky star. My life has just been nothing but misery and suffering. So I guess this is a fitting end for a miserable life. I guess everything starts to go black. I get tunnel vision as this thing is strangling me. My eyes start to bulge, and just the amount of force that he's like exerting. You described a wrestling move that he's got me locked in. I assume just like eventually my eyes just pop out of my head. You can hear bones cracking and splintering. My spine, my rib cage are just shattering.
Poor guy.
Yeah, and then just blood out of every orifice, out of the eye sockets, mouth, ears, just pours out.
Yep.
And that's it.
And with your corpse, he kind of like slumps it over his back and like rips half of your body, like your lower half, your legs are just torn off, and he almost like mounts your top half onto his antlers that are sticking out, and so now he's like collected you. Essentially, he hooks it through your jaw, and there you are dangling. Wow. Christian, thank you.
Collected.
That was wonderful.
Trophy
yes,
for
you
all
did.
time.
And from where we're at, I don't think this being kind of the climax, I don't think we're going to give you another character here. So, so Christian, I want you to kind of give me descriptions as I do actions here. So I'm going to have you kind of play the part of Daxon, because he's just trying to kill stuff. So you're going to do some rolls for me too. So, Torval, you see this happen.
Okay.
Your comrade has just now been impaled. You've lost your best friend, the skull. You've got one action here.
I'm still feeling that sense of melancholy with the beast thing. I've lost my friend. I'm at the, and then Deru. So there's no way for my fat ass to jump that gap. So I just drop the wrench. I just get down on my knees, and I finally find a sense of purpose.
Blessed be the grandfather. May I accept his wondrous gifts and boons. Get me out of this despair.
Okay. Daxon is going to reach his hand down your mouth. With his strong hand. He's going to use a strong hand.
Are you sure it's his hand?
He's going to just shove his hand down your mouth, and he's going to like lift you up, almost like stand you upright. So from your knees, kneeling down, stand you upright, and you'll feel your soul ignite with beauty and life, and pustules start kind of popping up everywhere over your skin. This like large kind of like vine thing grows out of your eye and back into your skull. Mushrooms sprout from your head and your arms, and you just kind of succumb and feels a sense of purpose. I am going to have Deru, why don't you roll me a D4?
D4.
Okay.
And it's a 3.
Torval, give me an armor roll here.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
16.
And how much does your armor negate? That's the D2, right? Okay. Okay, so you're going to take 1 damage from this. You're going to, because. Okay.
Now.
Deru, for your comrade. Actually, fuck it. No, I'm sorry, Torval. You're going to be in charge of your own possible fatality here. Let's see. Give me a D4 roll.
Okay. It's been fun, guys.
So you are technically
3.
broken, and on a 3, your body just starts to hemorrhage and leak blood and all of its kind of fluids. Give me a D2 roll. So give me the low high kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. You still have a sense about you of like, you still have yourself. So you're still conscious and you know what you're doing. You do feel like you've given into something greater, a greater purpose, but you feel no malice towards your comrades. You do feel a sense of like malice a little bit towards Daxon for the wounds he's inflicted, and you feel that he may not even be worthy of the gifts that you could be given in this new life. So you're gonna hemorrhage, and you're gonna have death in. What was your roll? What was your roll? The 2? Okay.
Whoop. 2. Oh,
right.
But
your
D4 is
your
a 3.
D2. Sorry, it was the higher. Is the higher? Okay. So you have 2 hours until you basically bleed to death.
Yeah.
All of your tests are going to be a DR 16. So you're going to need a 16 or higher to pass anything for the first hour, and an 18 for your next hour. But you've got 2 hours to get back to some sort of safety, or you die. Yeah, Harleth.
Okay.
What are you doing here, bud? This is kind of you.
Yeah. So I'm looking across the chasm that I just jumped and see these guys both kind of, one gets dismembered. The other one's kind of accepted his fate and is kind of like oozing and pussing now and bleeding everywhere. I look up at that ladder, down at my hook hand, and I just start climbing. And I hope I don't fall. I start climbing and climbing.
You make your way up to the top. Clink, clink. Yeah. You're now at the top there, that observatory ledge kind of, and you look down and you see this pit is just on fire and burning. The beast is going to kind of burst into cinders, and flying off of it, this like bacterial pestilence kind of fills the air a little bit as it like cinders and just sizzles into the ground, and you see Torval's been lifted up by Daxon and almost some sort of weird prayer position, and he kind of stands as he has this new purpose, and Daru has been hung and mounted on the horrific horned antlers of Daxon Carr. Yeah, are you just going to book it out of there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just leaving. Basically, I'm going to pretend that none of this ever happened and go back home.
All right.
Can I just remind you that I had the disc that proved anything?
Yeah, well, that's why I just going to pretend none of this ever happened.
So much for sainthood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, he's basically like full on at this point. Like he's broken, he's fleeing, like he's running out of here however he can.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, Harleth, you're going to make your way basically out the same way you came in. The doors have opened. The sirens have ceased. Everything has kind of gone back to as it was. Torval, I'm going to give you kind of like a last moment here, and then we're going to cut back and kind of close this thing out. You've basically got no HP, but I'm going to give you like one solid action here.
I give this sense of purpose, and I am grateful for Papa Nurgle's gifts, but I am so pissed off at Daxon. I'm just going to grab him and then toss both of us into the fire.
Cool. Yeah. Do you want to do a fun one-liner?
I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah.
I did this for Leonard. You do not deserve to be in the garden with the grandfather.
Grab him. Give me a strength test just in case.
Yeah. I'm not feeling too good about this, but we'll. 16.
Why don't you grab one of his like antlers, kind of with one arm, and you're gonna just like just grab as much mass as you can with your left, and yeah, you look him dead in the eyes, and you say this with like your kind of bleeding mouth, and like there's no fear. You have zero fear because you know that end is only the beginning. That death is nothing to you, and your form will flow into some sort of new beauty that will serve the greater purpose of Grandfather Nurgle. And you use what little strength you have left to kind of lurch yourself and heave you and Daxon Carr's body into the flames that are just erupting around you now. And you feel yourself sink into that blackness. What's your last thought as you kind of begin to disintegrate?
Everything is going black, getting that little tunnel vision, but then I see like a vision of Leonard just sitting there in Nurgle's little garden, and then out pops a nice little what's that tree called? A succulent narwhal, one of those trees, and then you just see Leonard's face like right atop that tree with a smile, a big toothy smile.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. And you feel warmth around you, and you get this sense of just joy as your body begins to disintegrate and form into some sort of new life. Harleth.
Beautiful.
You book it. You make your way out. You've like the horrors that you've witnessed are nothing compared to the panic of trying to reach that door at the end. Anything that's in your way, you're just barreling through it. Your elbows and arms, you're just hucking it down there. Safety is of the least importance in your journey. You're just trying to make it alive.
I didn't see nothing. See nothing.
Yeah, you make your way up and burst through the refinery door that you first entered through, passing everything, the chaos that has kind of taken this place over. And as you get out to the top, you see on the stone and dirt and gravel all around you as you come up to a red sky. On the ground, everywhere encircled is these sigils, these horrific, what you can kind of guess would be chaotic symbols, glowing with almost like a fire, and it kind of just like a perimeter almost, and you're just running past all of this. In the back of your mind, you know that you will be hunted for whatever life you have left. But a grander purpose lives within your soul now. You feel you've been touched by something greater than yourself, something that was inhuman and at the same perfectly human, something that gave you purpose, something that has now pointed the way towards holiness. And you yourself feel this holiness. But in the back of your mind, you wonder, is it all just a lie?
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and I definitely think, I think he's a coward too. Harleth thinks he himself is a coward for leaving, so he's like, I think am I even worthy of that? But yeah, I keep running. I just run into the distance, into the sand.
And then with the last little vision that you have, kind of just sweat beating down your face, and as you run and run and run, no, just kind of aimless direction. You hear this burning and this single, almost comet-like streak come down from the sky above, smoke billowing out the back, flames as it enters the atmosphere, and hits far off in the distance with a great thud. And we'll end it there. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for playing. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
yeah.
So that has been Horror at Outpost 31.
Yeah, so fun, man. You did such a good job describing some of the creepy shit that happens, or just even ripping poor Dayru in half there.
That was great. Yeah, so it's been a long episode. If you guys want to debrief a little bit now, we can, or we can do it kind of in the next one and just kind of talk about things like storylines, things you maybe missed and stuff. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, maybe let's do a debrief one. I'm not sure if we've done this RPG adventuring situation quite yet. Okay. So we'll leave it there for the moment. And, there might be a Mork Bork 40K part 4 going on. I know there's 2 other characters out there, and Harleth is on the run, so who knows what might happen to him. So let's leave it there for a hot minute. Yeah, but thanks for listening, everyone. If you want to support the show, don't forget to join the Patreon, and we'll be getting more main episodes out shortly. We're about to start the Sanguinius Blood Angel stuff, so yeah, gonna be fun. Any closing thoughts from Gerald and Christian?
Just suitably 40K ending, 2 out of 3 fatalities, so
not bad.
Cool.
Not bad. Yeah.
That's okay. Torval went out on his own terms, so
yeah. And with the one he loved, I think, too. So that's nice.
Yep.
A little romance, a little romantic.
Yeah.
40K's got everything.
That's
a little
right.
horror, a little romance, a little.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I want to personally thank you for kind of being patient with me in this. A lot of this is a little bit of improvisation, just trying to make things a little more 40K and just see where you guys go. I just a big thanks to the chat and all the folks that support the show. A big thanks to everybody on the Discord and everybody that listens. I mean, if you're listening to this right now, thank you guys just for supporting the show. It's a fucking dream. Like, I can't believe it. I just ran a like makeshift 40K RPG that I kind of converted on Lorehammer. Like 5 years ago, Court would be so impressed right now. So it's a big goal. And thank you, Mark, for putting all this together. It's rad.
Yeah. No, I had fun, man. I'm excited to see where it goes, whether it's with Harless or someone else. There's tons of RPGs out there to play, and we'll definitely get up to some more fun. So, all right, we'll see you guys all on the next episode. Thanks, Courts. Thanks, everyone else.